In Business Central, you have multiple different methods of purchasing goods. Previous tutorials, we've talked about purchase journals. You will also see anything from purchase quotes and orders, which is early in the requisition process. But today we're going to talk about a purchase invoice, which is also searchable through Tell Me and typing purchase invoice. Just here. All right. Now we're going to create a purchase invoice. Purchase invoice document is split into two core tables. The top is called the header. All the fields around the lines are called the header, and then underneath that is the lines themselves. Let's select ourselves a vendor. I'm going to go with Nod Publishers. A couple of things with Nod that we need to be aware of is that their setup on their vendor card will have set up this transaction for how trade is going to happen. So let's go have a look here. We're going to look at invoicing, and it's all domestic. Okay, so at this stage, that's going to turn around and tell us one thing, and in regard to prepayments, there are no prepayments set here that are required, no prepayment percentages. So let's go back to Nod Publishers Purchase Invoice. We're receiving their invoice in, which is Nod 1234 demo. Okay, we have a couple of things here that are super important. Let's click Show More and have a look. You've got all of your dates that are applicable. The posting date should be today. Okay, if you're ever in doubt, just use a T. Okay, we've also got the due date. We've got the contact details. There's a whole heap of fields here that may be applicable to you in your business. Purchase code, the campaign, the vendor alternate address code. You've got responsibility centers, assigned user ID, and they're all what we would refer to as non-common. There's some features here you can see from extensions here to do with our Xflow OCR solution. And let's just scroll down and have a look further down here. The invoice details tells us it's all domestic, and it's 30 days payment terms. The currency is blank. That could be AUD, it could be USD. So fill in your currency, the location that it's applicable to. Let's now go to the line, and on the line, I'm going to turn around and pretend that this vendor is for electricity. So electricity and heating. We can see here that we have one, and it's $1,000, and we have the ability here to set the taxation on this GL code. As soon as I've done that and I've set my tax posting group, depending on which country you're in, that may say VAT, GST. Here you can see it's $1,100, $100 tax. That's the invoice is ready to go. You may have some required dimensions that may apply. And so dimensions can apply on an invoice in two places. You've got it up here on the document by going to Related Invoice Dimensions or Invoice Dimensions. So this puts it on the header document, and here you can see I don't have anything, so I may want to say this is part of a group and part of a department, which is to do with administration. And I may on the line want to set some dimensions on the line. If they don't exist over on the far right here, okay, I can actually go into More Options line. I can go into Related Information and Dimensions. And on the line now, I've got the ability to turn around and set a product type, and this is materials. Now, the reason why this is super important on the line is if we were to duplicate lines, and I was to say one at $500, you can see here now that I can go into the second line, Related Information Dimensions, and I can set this dimension here as an alternative dimension. So, furniture, cool. So that's probably a bad example with a product type, but if you're talking about electricity being split between production, administration, and now let's do one more. And this is the split up of the bill, and this is $350. We're going to now go to the line, Related Information Dimensions, And in here, I'm going to change now the department here to sales. This is split this department into cost centers. So this bill might have been one line for $1,850 plus tax. We've split it into departments. That document should be ready to post. From here, go to posting. You can preview your posting. That's now closed the document. You can see that document and posted purchase invoices. There we go, non-publishers. So that's how you do a purchase invoice in Business Central. Thank you.